Okay, so today I will discuss the method of measurement of high resistance. So in last class I have discussed, so there is a four method: direct deflection method, loss of charge method, mega ohm bridge, and fourth one is Megger. Among them, Megger is one of the most popular method for measurement of high resistance. So measurement of high resistance, that means the resistance resistor having the resistance range from 10 kilo ohm to infinity. Okay, so in the last class I have discussed that what type of difficulty you face when you measure the resistance of high resistance. That means uh, value of resistance is comparable compare with the if you compare the that means conductor resistance with the insulation resistance, they are almost same in the range. So during this measurement, insulation resistance uh, insulation resistance create error in the measurements. That's why we are using a guard circuit to avoid insulation resistance. Okay, so and even the measurement of high resistance is used for the measurement of insulation resistance of any electrical equipment. That means if you want to find the resistance of insulator, so you must have to go in the measurement of high resistance, because the insulation have high resistance because they behave as a insulating material, and they are in high resistance prevent the current from the that flow in the flow of current in the normal condition. And resistance of high resistance circuit like vacuum circuit tube, leakage resistance of capacitance, volume resistivity of material, and surface resistivity of material. So this type of measurement is under the measurement of high resistance. Okay, so now we have discussed the different type of method. First method is direct deflection method. So the direct deflection method, so suppose using direct deflection method, it means you have one conducting material, that means conductor, that resistance if you want to measure using the direct deflection method, so you have one voltage source and one ammeter. So because the resistance is in the very high range, so the current flowing through the circuit, that means voltage, resistance is equal to voltage by current is equal to current is equal to V by R. So in this measurement, voltage range must be from 500 to 1000 volt, because for a low voltage you can't measure the current, because for due to high resistance, that means current is equal to V by R. As you know, for the in case of high resistance, resistance is very in the high range. If you apply low voltage, then current in the microampere or milliampere you cannot measure using the simple multimeter. So most of the case we are using voltage range from 500 to 1000 volt, and we are using microammeter, or you can say you can use galvanometer, because galvanometer is a one type of ammeter, highly sensitive ammeter. That means galvanometer can detect even a very small change in the current. So generally in case of direct deflection method or using volt ampere meter, we are using ammeter either in the microampere range, or you can use a galvanometer. So suppose if you want to measure the insulation resistance of any cable, so you have to connect one voltage source, DC voltage source, having range from 500 volt to 1000 volt, and you have to connect one galvanometer, because galvanometer is used for a measurement of a small current with a sensitive and very sensitive. And suppose the other end of the galvanometer is connected through the metal sheath, and then feedback that, and then we connected with the negative terminal of voltage source. Hello. So in the measurement of insulation resistance of cable having sheath, suppose galvanometer G measure the current IR between conductor and metal. Okay, and the leakage current IL over the insulating material is carried out by the guard circuit wound on the insulation, and therefore does not flow through the galvanometer. So in this way you can avoid leakage current using the guard circuit, and you can measure the value of resistance, that means voltage by current, using the direct deflection method. Okay. Second method is loss of charge method. So in this method, the insulation resistance R, suppose if you want to measure the insulation resistance, so is measure, that means the insulation resistance R is to be measured, is connected in parallel with the capacitor C and a electrostatic voltmeter. The capacitor is charged to some suitable voltage by means of battery and having a voltage V, then allowed to discharge through resistor, and the terminal voltage is observed over the considerable period of time during the discharge. So in the loss of charge method, suppose if you want to measure the unknown resistance R, so we are, just wait. So we are connecting a parallel capacitor with them, and first we have to charge this RC circuit using one voltage source. So tell me which type of this circuit, ये किस तरह का सर्किट है? This is the RC circuit with DC source, with DC voltage source. So if the switch, when the switch is closed, then at that time capacitor R is charged, capacitor C is charged up to some voltage, suppose up to a small v. Then if you when this switch is open, then this charge voltage of capacitor is discharged through the circuit. That means a source free RC circuit, because there is at that time the capacitor initial voltage discharged through this resistance. So now at the time of discharging, so you know from the RC circuit, voltage across the capacitor at any instant t, Vt is equal to capital V into small e to the power minus t by RC, where capital V is the voltage when the switch is switch open. Okay, and a small v is a voltage at any instant t, that you have to measure using this voltmeter. So you know when they discharge, they exponentially discharge at t is equal to infinity, they completely discharge. That means the profile of the discharging circuit of capacitor, that means is equal to Vt is equal to capital V into e to the power minus t by RC, where capital V is the initial voltage. So if you solve this expression, then you can say that R is equal to T divided by C into log E capital V by small v. Okay, so in this method you can measure high resistance, So if the, you know what is RC? RC is called time constant of RC circuit. And if the resistance value of resistance is very high, because we are trying to measure high resistance. So if the resistance R is very high, then time for appropriate voltage drop becomes very large. Okay, so this method is applicable for some high for the measurement of high resistance. But it required a capacitor of very high leakage resistance, as high as resistance to be measured. So in this method, you can measure this is the voltage V versus time graph. So you can measure resistance using the loss of charge method. Okay. So third one is the mega ohm bridge method. So mega ohm bridge method is just a modification of Wheatstone bridge for the measurement of high resistance. So suppose one high resistance R that you have to be measured, and there is one insulating material that means used for use as a cable in this resistance. So suppose there is terminal A and terminal B of the high resistance, and third one is the insulating resistance terminal. So suppose unknown R that you have to be measured, and the resistance RAG is the leakage resistance between the terminal A and terminal G, and RBG is the leakage resistance between the terminal terminal B and terminal G. Okay, and where RAB is the unknown resistance that you have to be measured. When you have to connect this high resistance in the Wheatstone bridge, okay, and you have to find the null point, suppose PQRS, and the one galvanometer and voltage source, then you can say that at a balanced condition, not at a balanced condition, when you find the equivalent resistance across the terminal AB, then at condition RAG and RBG are in series, that is in parallel with the unknown resistance R. Okay, just wait. Then the total resistance R is equal to RAG plus RBG into R plus RAG into RBG plus R. So in this condition, there is error produced due to leakage resistance between the terminal A and terminal G. So modification of Wheatstone bridge to reduce the error due to leakage resistance, where RBG is put in parallel with the galvanometer, and thus no effect on the balance, and the effect is the only sensitivity of the galvanometer slightly. Okay, so you know, if you directly measure high resistance using Wheatstone bridge, then the actual measurement have introduced error due to leakage resistance between the terminal A and the insulating material, and between the terminal B and the insulating material. So if you want to reduce the effect of leakage resistance, so in this way, the third terminal of the resistance, that means the G terminal, is connected to the galvanometer terminal. Okay, and this is the modification of Wheatstone bridge for measurement of high resistance. That means the one terminal across the insulating material you have to connect to the galvanometer. So using this method, RBG, that means this resistance is in parallel with the galvanometer. Okay, so when that means current always flow in the minimum resistance path. So when the bridge is unbalanced, maximum current flowing through the galvanometer, because galvanometer have very low resistance. So the effect of leakage resistance has to be neutralized, and the RAG, that means the resistance between the terminal A and guard terminal, is in parallel with uh, the terminal resistance R. Okay, so this modification in the Wheatstone bridge minimize the error due to leakage resistance, and in this way you can measure a high resistance using Wheatstone bridge. So finally, using this concept, we have to make one bridge is known as mega ohm bridge. So suppose there is one resistance P, Q, and variable resistance R. That means, or you can say standard resistance P, Q, and standard resistance S. So now the unknown resistance, that means you want to find the unknown resistance R, and its leakage resistance is connected in series with the galvanometer, and galvanometer that connected in parallel with the galvanometer, and there is one galvanometer, or you can say amplifier that used for finding the null point. So using this method, you can measure a high resistance, and you can in the that means using the mega ohm bridge is a modification of Wheatstone bridge, and using this bridge you can reduce the effect of leakage resistance due to insulating material. Okay, any doubt? Hello, any doubt? And fourth one is Megger. So Megger is one type of a device, one type of compact device that used for the measurement of resistance. So first is the schematic view of Megger. So the principle of ratio meter, ohm meter, is particularly adopted for the application of portable instrument measuring insulation resistance, and this principle form the basic of insulating testing resistance known as Megger. This is one type of portable instrument used for the measurement of insulation resistance. So first I will show the real picture of Megger, then you can understand how the Megger is work. Just wait. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So one of the most popular method for the measurement of high resistance or insulation resistance is Megger. Is the one type of portable, just wait, instrument used for the yes. Hello. Like that, ये तुम्हारा one type of Megger that is you can carry anywhere, and you can measure the high resistance using the your insulation resistance in a, so there is some diagram of Megger. Cost around 8,000 to 10,000, okay, and used for the measurement of high resistance. Most of the industry use Megger for the measurement of high resistance, because it's very in size and very that is in the portable, and you can carry anywhere for measurement of insulation resistance. Mainly used they use when they uh, or mainly used for the measurement of the remote area where you have to use a cable. So you have to measure the insulation resistance of the cable so that you can find out the insulating capacity of the particular cable. Okay, so this type of instrument is used for the measurement of resistance. So internal construction of मेगर, just wait, मेगर के अंदर में क्या क्या चीज रहता है? There is one generator, you can say. So construction, so there is one PMMC instrument, permanent magnet moving coil instrument. Okay, so suppose ये इसका करंट कॉइल है ना? सो परमानेंट मैग्नेट मूविंग कॉइल का एक, जब तुम लोग कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ एमीटर एंड वोल्टमीटर पढ़ोगे, सो फ्रॉम द मेजरमेंट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, measuring ammeter or voltmeter are two type: moving iron type and moving coil type. So moving iron type and moving coil type. So PMMC full form is permanent magnet moving coil. It means in this type of instrument, magnet, that means magnet is fixed and current coil is moving according to the value of current. So the current coil is similar to the PMMC instrument. There are two voltage coil, V1 and V2, that means ये हमारा voltage coil है. यहाँ पे दो coil रहता है, current coil and voltage coil. जब लोग watt meter या volt meter and current ammeter PMMC type of instrument पढ़ोगे, तो उसको डिटेल्स में इसमें तुम लोगों को बताया जाएगा कि they have the two coils, current is called current coil and voltage coil. So यहाँ पे देखो, current coil are similar to the PMMC instrument, and there are two voltage coil, V1 and V2. The voltage V1 embraced with the angular magnetic core, and voltage coil V1 is in the weak magnetic field when the pointer is at infinity position. Hence this coil can expert very little torque. Okay, so ये जो इसका जो वर्किंग प्रिंसिपल होता है, एक्चुअली यहाँ पे दो कॉइल रहता है, वन करंट कॉइल एंड वोल्टेज कॉइल. सो देखो यहाँ पे तुम्हारा एक वोल्टेज कॉइल जो है, यहाँ पर तुम्हारा इसके थ्रू यहाँ पे हैंड ड्रिवन जनरेटर है. जैसे वो जो हम तुमको दिखाए थे मेगर का डायग्राम, वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स क्या नाम है, मेगर था. तो वहां पे अंदर में बैटरी रहता है. बट एनालॉग टाइप ऑफ एमीटर में एक हैंड ड्रिवन जनरेटर होता है. दैट मीन्स वहां पे हम लोग उसको उसका जो हैंडल रहता है उसको हम लोग हैंड से घुमाते हैं. ओके, सो घुमाने के बाद वहां पर एक वोल्टेज जनरेट होगा, जैसे डीसी. वहां पे वो एक वन टाइप ऑफ डीसी जनरेटर होता है, और डीसी जनरेटर होता है. और जब हम लोग यहाँ पे अननोन रेजिस्टेंस को मेजर करते हैं, तो यूजिंग यहाँ पे जो पीएमएमसी इंस्ट्रूमेंट कॉइल में वहां पे करंट एंड वोल्टेज फ्लो करेगा, जिसके कारण ये यहाँ पर जो ये नीडल है ये मूव करेगा, और तुम्हारा मेजरमेंट ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस यहाँ पे इस अकॉर्डिंग टू द स्केल तुम यहाँ पर आसानी से मेजर कर सकते हो. सो यहाँ पे हम क्या बताएं कि ये there is one hand driven generator, that is you have to rotate the generator using your hand, and then when you rotate the generator then there is one voltage produced along with the terminal, along with the armature terminal. So that flow flow current to the current coil and voltage coil of the PMMC instrument. So in this way they produce torque to rotate the pointer, and finally, according to the value of unknown resistance, the pointer indicates the value of unknown resistance. Okay, so construction, the current coil is similar to that of the PMMC instrument. There are two voltage coil V1 and V2. Voltage coil V1 embraced with the angular magnetic core. Voltage coil V1 is in the weak magnetic field when the pointer is at the infinity position. Hence, this coil can expert very little torque, and the torque exerted by the voltage coil increase as it moves into the stronger magnetic field, and this torque is maximum when is under the pole phase, and under this condition pointer is at the 0. So the combined action of the two voltage coil V1 and V2 may be considered as through the coil constituted a spring of variable stiffness, and being very strong, stiff near 0 in of the scale, and voltage range of the instrument can be controlled by the voltage selector switch, as the same magnetic system is applied to the magnetic field for the both instrument and generator. So current and voltage coil move in the common magnetic field, and instrument indicating the independent value of the strength of the magnet. So simple way you can say that the working principle of meter, that means there is one PMMC instrument, there one current coil and voltage coil. So the current coil and the voltage coil terminal is connected with this hand driven generator. When you rotate the generator, so there is current flowing through the current coil and voltage coil, and the unknown resistance, okay, unknown resistance is connected in between, you can say between the voltage coil and between the current coil. Okay, so when the generator rotates, so there is one there is magnetic field created in the PMMC instrument, and the current flowing through the voltage current coil, and the voltage in the voltage coil voltage is induced as compared as in the proportional of unknown resistance. So when the current coil carrying a current and voltage coil carrying the voltage, so due to a current coil and voltage coil, so there is torque produced, and that torque rotate the pointer, and finally at the steady state condition, they the value of pointer indicates the value of unknown resistance. Okay, so finally we have completed measurement of resistance. In the next class I will discuss measurement of inductance and capacitance using different type of bridge. So there is so many bridge, is just like sharing bridge, Wien bridge, Anderson bridge, and Dessauty bridge for the measurement of inductance and capacitance. So in the measurement of resistance, if you recall the previous classes, then measurement of resistance from measurement point of view, we are classified resistance into three types: low resistance, medium resistance, and high resistance. That means low resistance range from 0 to 1 ohm, and for medium resistance from 1 ohm to 10 kilo ohm, you can say that from 0.1 mega ohm, and high resistance range from 0.1 mega ohm to up to infinity. Okay, and in for the measurement of medium resistance, we are using different type of method like volt ampere method. On please, और कौन सा मेथड यूज करते हैं? हेलो, फॉर द मेजरमेंट ऑफ मीडियम रेजिस्टेंस कौन कौन सा मेथड यूज करते हैं? Hello. 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 I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
मीडियम रेजिस्टेंस में कौन कौन सा मेथड यूज करते हैं?
Sir, ammeter, voltmeter method.
एंड
Sir, substitution method.
एंड मोस्ट पॉपुलर मेथड इज व्हीटस्टोन ब्रिज.
Sir, Wheatstone. Yes, sir, Wheatstone.
And for the measurement of low resistance,
Sir,
Deepak
ammeter,
Kumar,
volt.
ammeter voltmeter method,
And
most
second
popular
is
method is
Kelvin
most
double
pop-
bridge method.
most popular method is Kelvin double bridge method. In the same way, measurement of high resistance have four method. Measurement of for the measurement of high resistance, direct deflection method, loss of charge method, and mega ohm meter, and fourth one is Megger. Okay, so among them, Megger is one of the most popular meter because it is a portable instrument. पहले जो था वो एनालॉग टाइप में वहां पे एक जनरेटर रहता था, जो जनरेटर को हम लोग हाथ से घुमाकर वहां पर हम लोग पीएमसी इंस्ट्रूमेंट के वोल्टेज कॉइल एंड करंट कॉइल में हम लोग वहां पर करंट फ्लो करवाते थे, और अननोन रेजिस्टेंस जो होता है वो वोल्टेज कॉइल एंड करंट कॉइल के बीच में कनेक्टेड रहता है. सो अकॉर्डिंगली वहां पे जितना करंट फ्लो करेगा इन करंट कॉइल एंड वोल्टेज कॉइल, वहां पे टॉर्क प्रोड्यूस होगा, और वहां पे टॉर्क जो प्रोड्यूस होगा वो तुम्हारा निडल को मूव करवाएगा, और वो निडल जब स्टेडी स्टेट पे रुक जाएगा तो उस पोजीशन पे तुम्हारा रेजिस्टेंस का वैल्यू को मेजर कर लेगा. ओके, और अभी जो है वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मेगर आ गया है, वहां पे हैंड जनरेटेड जनरेटर का के जगह पे हम लोग वहां पर बैटरी यूज करते हैं, और वो बैटरी ही पीएमएमसी में करंट कॉइल एंड वोल्टेज कॉइल में करंट प्रोवाइड करता है और अननोन रेजिस्टेंस को मेजर करता है. ओके, एनी डाउट?
No, sir.
Any doubt? So in the next class, I will discuss measurement of inductance and capacitance. Okay.
Okay,
Hello.
sir. Okay, sir.
Any doubt? Hello.
No, sir.
Hello.
No, sir.
Okay. Then I have to leave the class.